In your consumer news, the Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates again this week for the final time of the year. In recent months, the average price gains have stayed elevated. According to the Labor Department, consumer prices jumped 2.7% for the 12 months ending in November. Federal Reserve Board Chairman Jerome Powell will hold a press conference this afternoon. If Powell announces another interest rate cut, it would mark the third rate cut of the year. Two Japanese automaking titans are in talks about a possible merger. Honda and Nissan said in a statement they've been in discussions, but they offered no details or time frame for when a deal, if any, could be reached. Both companies have struggled this year. Nissan's operating income between March and September fell 90% from the same period last year. Meanwhile, Honda, which is roughly 5 times the size of Nissan, has also faced challenges. There is 1 week left before Christmas. Hard to believe that. The first deadline for shipping packages in time for Christmas is here. Today is the deadline, oh no, for the U.S. Postal Service's ground shipping within the lower 48 states. For USPS Priority Mail Express, you have till Saturday. The deadline for UPS is Thursday or Monday with next day air. For FedEx, you can cut it as close as Christmas Eve with same day shipping. I've got some shopping to do. The longest running weekly newspaper in the state of Washington is coming to a possible end. The LA Connor Weekly News has been informing residents since the 1800s, and the current owner is now saying goodbye. Eric Wilkinson reports.
Freedom of the press exists to protect you.
Ken Stern proofreads his final editorial one last time. This deadline is a permanent one.
This is the last issue I'm publishing of the LaConner Weekly News under my ownership.
The LaConner Weekly News has informed townspeople since 1879, 146 years, making it the longest running weekly paper in the state of Washington. In fact, it's 10 years older than the state of Washington. But at 69 years old, the paper's owner and publisher says he's tired, burnt out, and more than ready for retirement.
I don't have to take one more photo, cover one more town council meeting, assign one more story, or write one more editorial. I'm completely satisfied with what I've accomplished.
Stern has been trying to sell the paper for 2 years but couldn't find a buyer. Leaving the town without its only independent local news source is difficult, but Ken says it's just time.
I have this sense that I'd like to be making a contribution to my community, and I've been able to do that.
The small staff is moving on to new ventures. They say they'll miss serving the tiny town of fewer than 1,000 people. They call it a special place that embodies the true meaning of community.
The sad news to the good news, to just keeping everybody educated in what's going on in our community. And that's a good feeling. That's a wonderful feeling.
It's fun to do, just to reflect the community and just tell people stories and let them know what's happening. That's always been the best part of the job for me.
It's going to be a really sad day for LaConner when the doors close.
For the town, certainly. For Ken Stern, not so much. He's turning a page in his life. His next assignment, relaxation.
I'm happy as the clam at high tide, and I'm going to swim away.
Ken says there's a community group trying to save the paper by raising money to buy it. That's